Hello everyone, I wanted to show you and talk about the Moga controller for your Android device. Now this is how the package looks. Obviously I already taken the controller out, but just in case you weren't interested in it, at least you know how the package looks. It's a $50 controller, but if you go to Toys R Us, it's $60 there. I don't know why Toys R Us is adding $10 to the price. That's kind of lame. But nonetheless, what you do get with this is obviously the controller. The controller's in this carrying pouch, so little protector bag for your controller. And it's not too big, you know. Here's my Samsung Galaxy S2. You know, it's not ridiculously large, but you know, it is another device you have to carry with you if you want to play games on the go. But it is still cheaper doing it this way than, say, like buying a 3DS or the PlayStation Vita. Now, why would someone get this? Well, let me pull out the controller and show you how the controller looks. So here's the controller. What you get here is two analog sliders. Start, select, A, B, X, Y, left and right trigger buttons, you know, standard stuff. These don't click in, they're just like the 3DS or the PSP style. You get this clip on here, which is pretty nice. What that allows you to do is take your phone, clip it on here, and it's clipped on here so you can start playing games, things like that. Now, the controller itself works really well. Runs off of Bluetooth, everything's great. The biggest problem with this is the required app that you need to use this for. That is called the Moga Pivot app. Now, that's a different application I'm going to show you in a minute. But here's the Moga Pivot app. Now, of course, take the controller. I'll just put it back in here real quick. Let me at least try to center this. Alright. So I'll just flip it on. Power switch is right there. This does take two AAA batteries. So, when you boot up the application, it asks you to sync up the controller. So that's what I'm doing right now. And the biggest problem with this is this application. And why is that? This app has to be running when you're playing games that's officially supported for this controller. Yes, this is a controller that PowerA went to developers and said, hey, if you want to use this controller, here's the development kit for it. Add the codes to it. We'll add it on to the store here. Or if they want to have the codes built into the game itself, buy it off of the Google Play Store. It'll show up on here automatically if it supports. But while this is a nice way to categorize the games that supports it, that's all you can do with it though. This doesn't support standard gamepad support for other games. The games has to be programmed for this controller. And that's probably the biggest problem with this. So say like I do want to play a game on here, say like Sonic CD, which is one of the included games. Also it's Pac-Man. But, you know, they're two good games for it. But Sonic CD, for example, and Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic Episode 4, or Sonic 4 Episode 2, both of these games support standard gamepad. But here's the thing. I originally bought this game through the Google Play Store, and I figured, alright, it supports it, it'll just load it up. The thing is, the version on the Google Play Store doesn't have the codes for the Moga controller, but if I went directly through Sega, it has the code on there, so obviously they're both different files. They're both not exactly the same games. So let me start playing Sonic CD real quick. And I've showed this game before. And you know what's pretty nice about this game is that it does have vibration feedback. So every time you hit the springs, or when you hit enemies, you'll feel a little vibration on there, which you can feel it even with the controller attached to it, which is actually a nice touch. I'll give it that. It's a pretty nice touch that even the PlayStation Vita and the 3DS doesn't have. So this does have something going for it. And of course, doing this, that little scene there, the phone does vibrate. Of course, keep in mind this does drain the battery a lot more. So yeah, I just want to show you how this looks on here. Now, if they do develop a game specifically designed for this, and have, regular gamepad support, but also have touchscreen at the same time for like maybe QuickTime events or whatever they want to do, this can be a really compelling controller for phones. But the fact that most of the games they're just going to use this to replace the on-screen controllers kind of tells me that this application, the Moga Pivot app, isn't really necessary. But let me exit this out. And by the way, when you do exit it out, it does automatically disconnect. But there is an application, a homebrew app, that you can download from the Google Play Store. And it'll actually list under keyboards and input methods. And that is called Moga IME. What this allows you to do is use the Moga controller as a standard Bluetooth controller, which is something that PowerA should have done from the start. But while this is not officially supported by PowerA, and this application is not perfect right now. It's fairly early. This person developed this application a couple of days, a couple of days after this device was released. So, but essentially what this is, you go in, you can configure the buttons, commands, things like that. But at least as of right now, at least as of this video, it only supports the left analog slider, which at least as of right now pretends this is a D-pad. This one's not used right now. All the other buttons are used. So at least you can use this for like Super NES and Sega Genesis emulations on here, even NES emulations. If you do all that stuff on your phone, at least with this homebrew app, it will support it. So if you're looking for a controller that does all that, with the help of this app, this is a lot more compelling. But if there was no such app like this, and you have to only play the games that officially supports it, I would look at the games and think that, alright, is this something I want to invest in? But I do like this product. I do give it a thumbs up, but look at the games that are officially supported right now. Download the Moga app and just look through the list of games. You can skip all the process of syncing the controller. Look at the games. If those are the games you want to play, pick up the controller. If not, I would pass on it. But I don't regret picking up this controller. Actually, I do like this controller. But there are other options out there too, so proceed with this with caution.